Let's now build up the scene around this animation. In this lesson, I'm going to place a few surface assets over here and maybe place a few assets in the background as well in the form of mountains and Minerva assets, okay? First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the outliner and select all these surface assets. I'm just going to press my right mouse button over this surface assets folder and go into select and simply click on immediate children. It's going to select all the assets and I'm going to create a duplicate copy on x-axis and bring them maybe just about there. I think I should rotate them on Z as well to about 180 degrees and I'm going to move them just about there. I'm going to select these assets once again and create a duplicate copy. Let me change the orientation to global. I'm going to create a duplicate copy on x-axis to just about there. I think I should rotate them as well to add a little bit of variation. I'm going to rotate them by 180 degrees on Z and place them maybe somewhere around, I don't know, maybe here, just about there. Let's move this thing on x-axis to maybe just about there. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to now select these assets once again. Okay. And create another duplicate copy. I'm going to move this thing on X and I'm going to also rotate this thing on Z to just about there. I'm going to move them like so and place them maybe somewhere around here. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and save everything. And I think, yeah, it looks good, but I'm going to have to select these surface assets once again and create a duplicate copy on y-axis this time and then rotate them on Z as well to about 90 and place them maybe just about there. Let me see. I think I should rotate them like so and bring them on y-axis to just about there, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna look good. Let's see how this thing looks like in our animation so far. I think we still have some little bit of empty patch in here. I'm gonna press F to focus. Yeah, we do. I'm just gonna now press and hold Control and Alt on my keyboard. And by using my left mouse button, I'll select these assets. I'm gonna create a duplicate copy. I'm gonna create a duplicate copy on X and move them maybe just about there. There, okay? Yeah, I think now we no longer have that empty patch in here. Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna now save everything and let's now just go into this rear mountains folder. I'm gonna unhide these mountains and I'm just gonna box select these mountains from my scene and delete them. And I think I'm gonna select and delete these mountains as well. Now I'm gonna select these mountains and bring them over here on x-axis and place them maybe just about there. I think I should just keep them here and bring them into the shot one by one. I'm gonna select this mountain and move this thing on x-axis to just about, let me see, there maybe. I think I should rotate this thing on Z to, I don't know, like so. Yeah, I think it looks good here. Maybe I should just move this thing somewhere around here, let's say. And I think I should bring this thing down on Z as well. It's just way too high at the moment. Yeah, just about there. Yeah, looks good. I think I should move this thing on Y as well to just about there. Let's bring the next mountain. I'm going to select it from my scene and bring it on Y-axis. I'm going to move this thing on X to just about there. And I'm going to rotate this thing on Z like so. I'm going to move this thing to maybe just about there, I guess. I think I'm going to move this thing on X to No, it looks good here. Let's just move the playhead, and I'm gonna rotate this thing on Z like so. And let me just move this playhead once again. Yeah, I think it looks good, but perhaps I should bring this thing down on Z as well. Yeah, just about there, I guess. Let me just move this playhead. Yeah, it looks good. I'm gonna now select this one. I think I should just select these two and delete them. I'm gonna now select this one, and let's create a duplicate copy on y-axis. I'm just gonna move this thing like so. I think I should move the playhead as well. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to move this thing on X and bring it maybe just about there, I guess. Yeah, it looks good, but of course I'm gonna have to adjust the position on Z as well to maybe just about there. I'm gonna now select these mountains from here and let's create a duplicate copy on X axis. I'm gonna rotate this thing on Z like so, and let me just move this playhead. Yeah, I think it's a good spot here. Uh, let's move this thing on X, and yeah, I think it looks good here. I'm not sure about the height though. Let me just enlarge this window. Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust the height here, especially the last mountain, this one, okay? I'm gonna press F to focus, and I don't think I need this one, so I'm just gonna delete it. I'm gonna select this one and bring this thing down on Z axis to maybe just about there, I guess. Yeah, I think it looks good, but let's enlarge this window and see how this thing actually looks like. The height just keeps bugging me. I think it's just too much. I'm just gonna select these assets once again and bring them fractionally down on Z axis to just about there. Let me enlarge this window. Yeah, I think now it looks a lot better. Let me just select this one from here, bring it just about, oops. I think it looks good. Yeah, let's just keep this here for now. Okay, but yeah, I think now I'm gonna have to increase the height for this one. Let me just split this window and move this thing on X to just about there. I'm gonna move it up on Z, and let me just bring this thing down to just about there. And I'm gonna also move this thing on Y axis as well. And I'm gonna create a duplicate copy of this thing, maybe on X. I'm gonna rotate this thing like so, and maybe just bring this thing somewhere around here. Yeah, I think now it looks a lot better. Let's see. I'm gonna enlarge this window. Yeah, I think it looks much better. Let me just select this one and bring it fractionally down on Z axis to maybe just about there. And I think I'm gonna have to select this one as well. Bring it just about there. Select this one. Bring it just about there. Yeah, now it looks good. Oops, we have one of the assets in the sequencer. I'm just gonna copy the location and remove the keyframes. And I'm just gonna remove this asset from here as well. And I'm gonna select it from the outliner and paste the location. Okay, there we go. Let's play this thing. Yeah, it looks good, but for some reason, the position of these sci-fi hoverbikes just keep bugging me. I think perhaps this sci-fi hoverbike is just way too far. So I'm just gonna split this window and first let me save everything. And I'm gonna just select this camera rig rail from the sequencer. I'm going to press F to focus. Let's just lock this thing so that it doesn't, add the keyframes or anything like that. And I'm just going to move this thing on y-axis to maybe, I think I'm going to have to get closer to this thing. Yeah, maybe just about there. Let's just enlarge this window and see how this thing looks like. Yeah, it looks good, but I think now I have to adjust the position on x-axis as well. I'm going to select the camera rig rail from the outliner and just move this thing on x-axis. Maybe just about there, I guess. Let me enlarge this window. Yeah, I think now it looks a lot better. We had just too much of a turn in our shot, so that's why I had to adjust it on x-axis. I think now I'm going to have to adjust the position for the second one as well. Let me just split this window and select this thing from the outliner. Where is it? There it is. I'm just going to move this thing back on y-axis to maybe just about there, I guess. Let me enlarge this window. Perhaps just a little bit more. I'm just going to move this thing on Y again. Maybe just about there. Let me enlarge this window. Yeah, I think it looks better, but perhaps just a little bit more. Maybe just about there, I guess. Let me enlarge this window. Yeah, I think now it looks a lot better. Let's save everything. And let's now add a few more assets in the background. I'm going to now go ahead and unhide my folder of Minerva assets. Let me just close this folder and I think I'm going to get rid of most of these assets from here. I'm just going to select them like so and delete them. I'm going to select this one and delete it as well. And let me just get closer to these assets. I'm going to select this one, delete it, this one, and delete it. I'm going to now select these assets in here and let's move them on x-axis like so. Let me just move to frame number 100 and I'm just going to move them somewhere around here perhaps. Let me just rotate them like so. And I'm just going to move them on y-axis to maybe just about there, I guess. And let me just bring this window here so that I have a slightly bigger view in here. I'm going to get closer to this thing and let's bring this thing down on the axis to just about there. I'm going to enlarge this window. Perhaps I should select them and maybe bring them slightly up on the axis to just about there. Yeah, I think now it looks a lot better. I'm going to now select these assets and create a duplicate copy like so. I'm going to rotate this thing on Z to about 90 and I'm just going to bring those assets over here. I'm going to get closer and maybe place them here. I'm going to enlarge this window to see how they look like. Yeah, I think they look good. Yeah, I don't need to make any further changes in here. So let's save everything. And the other thing that I'm going to do in here is to, select these mountains and create a duplicate copy. Maybe bring them here. Yeah, I think I forgot to delete the point lights. We'll do that later. For now, let's just rotate this thing on Z like so. And I'm gonna move them up on Z. Perhaps I need to scale them up. I'm just gonna scale them up like so, maybe just about there, and bring them here. I'm gonna rotate them like so, and maybe just about, and place them maybe just about there. Not sure about this one, so let's just move it on Y. Or, yeah, I think I should just keep it somewhere around here. And I'm gonna have to bring them down on Z axis as well to maybe just about there. And maybe fractionally scale them up just like that. Yeah, I think now they're gonna look a lot better. Maybe place them just about there, I guess. I'm gonna bring them down on Z to just about there. Okay, I'm gonna save everything and let's select these mountains again. I'm gonna create a duplicate copy and rotate them like so. And I'm gonna move them on X and place them maybe just about there, I guess. I'm gonna select this one, sorry, this one, and bring it maybe just about there. Let's see. I'm gonna now have to enlarge this window to see how my shot looks like. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, we still need to cover this area, so I'm just gonna split this window, select this one, create a duplicate copy on Y, and that is pretty much it. I'm gonna just move it somewhere around here and bring it down on Z to maybe just about there. Let's get rid of these point lights. I'm gonna move this window here, and where are these point lights? Yeah, we have a few of them in here. I'm just gonna select them and delete them. And I think we have a few more point lights as well. I'm gonna open up this night scene folder, select these artificial lights and delete them. And I'm gonna also delete these lights from here as well. There we go. I'm gonna save everything. And yeah, for the most part, I think it looks good, but we still need to place a few Minerva assets. For that, I'm gonna go into my content browser, go into, where's that folder? There it is, Mission to Minerva. I'm gonna open up this actors folder, and let's see. Okay, this one is my favorite. Let's bring it somewhere around here. I'm gonna press F to focus. And I'm gonna go into my sequencer. Let's move this playhead to maybe just about there. And I'm gonna place this asset over here, maybe somewhere around here. Let's say I'm gonna press F to focus, and let's scale it up to maybe just about there. I'm gonna move this thing on X. I'm gonna rotate this thing like so, or let's just keep it there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna select this asset and bring it down on Z to maybe just about there. Yeah, I think it looks good. Okay, let me enlarge this window. Maybe not here. I'm gonna split this window and bring it maybe just about there, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I think it looks good, but I think I should just select these mountains and move them fractionally back on x-axis to just about there. And now I'm gonna select this asset as well and bring it maybe just about there. Let's enlarge this window. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna split this window and let's create a duplicate copy of this mountain and place it maybe just about there because we have a little bit of gap in here. I'm gonna also rotate this thing on Z and place it maybe just about there. Okay, yeah, it looks good. I think I should select these assets as well and bring them maybe just about there. I'm gonna fractionally rotate them on Z and bring them maybe just about there. I'm going to save everything and let's bring in a few more assets for the background and call it a day. I'm going to go ahead with this one. Let's bring it just about there. And I'm going to place it somewhere around here. Let me just move on the sequencer. Yeah, I think this asset would look good over here. So I'm just going to bring it down, maybe just about there. And maybe I should also move this thing back on X and on Y axis. And maybe a little bit up on Z as well too, just about there. I think I should place it somewhere around here. Let's play this animation. I'm gonna enlarge this window. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for this one. I'm gonna split this window and where should I place the next one? I think maybe over here. I'm gonna go into the content browser and let's see, maybe this one perhaps. I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. I'm gonna bring it into my scene and place it just about there. Let's move this thing on Y and I'm gonna bring this thing down on Z. Let me scale this thing up to just about there. No, maybe not. I'm just gonna delete it. Let's try some other asset. I don't know. Let's try this one, maybe. I'm gonna bring it into my scene. No, maybe not. Let's bring in this one. I'm gonna bring it here and let's move this thing on y-axis to just about there. I'm gonna scale this thing up and let's just move this thing like so. I think I should enlarge that window. I'm gonna bring this window here and bring this thing down on z-axis to just about there. Let me just enlarge this window like so. Maybe not. I think I'm gonna have to bring this thing down on Z, maybe just about there, or maybe I should just move it and place it somewhere around here. Yeah, I think it looks good, but let's see how this thing looks like with our animation. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Okay, looks pretty good. Yeah. So yes, that's pretty much it for this lesson, and I'll see you guys in the next one.